All right, guys, I just want to do like a quick rundown of what I have on my weapon and why. There's a million and one different setups out there. There's a million and one different opinions. I'm giving you the opinion that I have from the training I've done and the real world experience that I have. Okay. The number one thing on absolutely any weapon is you have to have effective iron sights. Just something that is fail safe. There's nothing you can do to it. It's just going to do the thing. Okay. So I have these Magpul front and rear flip sights. Picked them up for a song and a dance. It was like $30 instead of 60. Okay. Something else that's always super duper handy for range shooting or even for close quarters type stuff, and that's really what these excel at, is an EOTech or an aim point. Something that costs over $200 is basically what you want to spend to get a quality optic. Okay, these Bushnells for like $60, they're garbage. So this thing is really nice, has a decent battery life, and the reason these are so good is because if you get used to this reticle, wherever that reticle is, if you've sighted incorrectly, then you're going to hit that. That's wherever that reticle is, that's where your bullet's going, which is just fantastic when trying to look out of both eyes and aim at the same time. That helps out a lot with acquiring targets and eliminating them effectively. Okay. Something else you may want to pick up too. This groovy little thing here is just what my EOTech is mounted to, and it just comes right off. So it's just another little piece of the rail or whatever. I picked this setup. This is a $350 sight, and this is a $130 rail. I picked them both up for $250 off the armslist.com. You can find some pretty good deals there, pretty good people, and it's just like anything else. Paying with PayPal, make sure you pay your fees, and they'll send it to you. So good to go there. The next thing I have here is this little deal from Magpul. I use it for my sling. My sling is just a nylon Black Hawk $11 sling. This thing isn't going to break unless I cut it. You know what I mean? It takes some beating to be able to tear this off of me. So I use my sling for weapon retention, not for wrapping around my arm and shooting and all that kind of stuff. Okay. The next thing here is my hand guards. I really like the Magpul ones because they're U-shaped. Instead of being round all the way around, it's round here and then flat on the sides. So round on the bottom and flat on the sides. It feels more ergonomic. I really like it. It's a lot easier to shoot. The next thing I got here is just my front grip. I like a big meaty front grip. I'm trying to learn the new shooting style where your hand is up and over or whatever. But for now, I like this big bastard because it keeps it in my hand and it makes me feel like I have a hell of a lot more control than I would out of one of the angle grips or one of those little tiny grips that's like, you know what I mean? Like this long or whatever. I like positive control and it makes me feel good. The next thing I have here is, the Hogue, Mod 3, I want to say. It's fatter. It's made of rubber and plastic on the inside. It's got this beaver tail that rides in this little crease. So it's actually a lot more comfortable to shoot. And because it's a little fatter, it gives my giant meat hooks here a lot easier of a trigger pull for proper trigger squeeze for just the fingerprint. Okay. Instead of having to like be all in here. And it's just, I feel like it's a lot more comfortable. My buttstock, I haven't messed with the buttstock yet. I hear good things about Magpul and like a couple other companies, but really, I mean, it does the job. It's a four position buttstock. I like where it's at. It gives me enough room to put my big old face and stick my nose right here at this charging handle, just a little bit off of it. That's where my cheek weld is. So no matter what weapon I'm on, I know exactly where I'm going to be is when I'm just barely off of this charging handle here. Okay, so I don't feel a need to mess with this, but I may in the future because, maybe a little bit of rubber or something else. Other than that, guys, I mean, like I said, my biggest thing is that I want my weapon to be comfortable for me because the more comfortable you are, the more effective you are. So I have weapon control, easily knowing where my face goes for my cheek weld. Okay. I've got my, my right hand grip here. That's a lot more ergonomic. It's a lot thicker and it's easier to shoot with. Okay. I've got my meaty foregrip that just makes me feel good. Again, I've got my weapon control. Okay. And I've got these hand guards for just ergonomics. And I mean, they look cool. Why not, right? I've got my front and rear sights, okay, just to make sure that I've got sights no matter what happens. And then I've got my optics here, okay? So if you guys have any questions or want to know why I have it set up the way I do, just let me know, and I'll definitely talk to you, through PM or even, on the post itself. I think having a question on the post is actually a better way to go. That way everybody can learn instead of just one person and then somebody else is afraid to ask. I'm sure everybody got that, that speech from school. So just hit me up and let me know if you guys have any questions or anything like that, and I'll try to answer to the best of my ability.